So she's doing a really helpful video and a dead set serious video in explaining the ins and outs of a caulking gun, except her accent completely undoes it for her.
Before I use my cock, I thought I would show it to you, but I'll just let it dangle here while we chat. Now, caulk comes in many different colors and sizes, and you can fill gaps and cracks and holes with your caulk. But if your gap or your crack or your hole is small, don't force a bunch of thick caulk in there because it won't work. And if there's already caulk in that crack or hole, don't put your caulk on top of the other caulk because two caulks won't bond. The removal success will depend on whether it's hard caulk or soft caulk. But once it's all clean and you're ready to use your caulk, just squeeze it until you see some of the stuff coming out of the tip. Drag it across the crack and then smooth your caulk with your finger.
That's so unfortunate.
We got Sarah J on the casting couch.
Yes.
She's never done this before.
You are allowed to have sex with other girls, but she's not. Fuck that shit.
What are some of the biggest mistakes you personally experienced?
Shoulder fuckers.
All right, we are live. I'm sorry for keeping everybody waiting. My deepest, sincerest apologies. I'm going to say something that I hate fucking dealing with people in Miami. I hate it. I hate it so fucking much. And let me explain why. Let me run through the series of chains of events of tonight to explain why we are starting late. So we were supposed to do a podcast, me, Allende, and 3-4 chicks that had confirmed on him, right? Or confirmed that he confirmed with. So then he hits me up around 8 o'clock saying that a whole bunch of the chicks have disappeared. I'm like, oh shit. So then I text Natty and I'm like, yo, can you fill in, please? Okay, so we'll give Natty a pass because I hit her up last minute, so it's not her fault. I'm gonna try to be cognizant of that. But then the chick that Allende was interviewing, this is like, I don't know what happened to her. She I guess she disappeared as well. And then so now we were waiting for like 45 minutes and we got like no chicks. So just dealing with people in Miami is insane because you can literally make plans with someone. They will confirm on you. They say they can't wait to come and they just vanish in thin air like Houdini. This is the Miami life right here. So, yeah, so that's the reason why we're starting late. I think moving forward, I'm going to make some changes. From now on, there's going to be one key change that's going to be made. I am going to be personally in charge of the guest list. And before I ever set a podcast episode, I will personally talk to the guests, and I'm going to make them put down like a $50 deposit. If they don't come, they're not going to get their money back or something along the lines of that. There's going to be like some kind of incentive system. But I will be personally dealing with the guests because it seems that whenever anyone else deals with the guests, like shit like this happens. So anyway, let's begin. So yeah.
What's good, Authentic fam? We back in it again, man. It's your boy Allende, and that little clip was from the boy Alex playing with fire. So yeah, man. So as he just said a couple of nights ago, I was supposed to jump up on his podcast. And what was that? I guess Tuesday night? Whatever. Anyway, so I was supposed to be on Alex's podcast, and he was setting up, getting ready for it. A couple of chicks flaked, but I mean, he didn't give me a lot of time, man. Usually I overbook because I anticipate the flake because, that's just what it is, guys. Girls flake. They flake on everybody. It really doesn't matter. But one of the girls actually did come, so while he was setting up, I said, all right, let me go ahead and just interview this chick in the meantime. And man, she got trigger, man. She got trigger happy. So crazy, man. So anyhow, I mean, you guys know I'm like interviewing girls all the time, man. Like I can actually put a number on it. So over 200 girls between last February and this February, including the Fresh and Fit girls the girls that I booked to go on the Fresh and Fit podcast, and then all the miscellaneous girls that I've interviewed myself on my platform, Duke and Dawn, Alex is Playing with Fire, the Pastel Show, whoever else I'm forgetting, girls that I brought on Donovan Sharp's platform. But anyhow, I say that as to say, like, the amount of girls that I've booked for other podcasts as well as interviewed on my own podcast, I've only had 2 walkouts. Personally, never had to kick a chick out because I don't really see the value in that, and chicks don't disrespect me to that extent. But at least not in person, they don't. This chick got really disrespectful with it, so I'm gonna get into that with you guys in a second. But just on a mathematical, level, just looking at the math, yeah, man, over 200 girls, only 2 walkouts. So you don't have to be that good at math to know the percentage. That's literally 1%. 200, 2 girls, 1%. So yeah, so I have a 1% walkout rate, and very few girls like actually complain. And not only do very few girls complain about an interview they did with me, but when they do, it's almost always because somebody said something after the fact, and then they were just like upset that they got whatever negative feedback they got. And then out of those cases, it's almost always something that they themselves said. So it's like, what do you want me to do? Broad, you said it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to take down content where you said something you shouldn't have said, and now you want me to take it down because my podcast is a little bit more popular than you thought it was, and somebody recognized you. That's not my fault. Like, what the fuck? Be discreet or whatever. But anyway, now back to the girl that was supposed to come on Alex's podcast with me. She got triggered, and I got the interview. The interview is an hour long, so I'm gonna go over the rant that she had. I don't even really want to call it a rant, because I think a rant is just like random all over the place stuff. She was pretty calculated and premeditated in the stuff that she was saying. So big apologies to Playing with Fire's platform. I hardly ever drop the ball, but when I do, man, I'm really, really, disappointed about that. So I'm sorry, but what can I do? He didn't give me a lot of time notice, and that's why I usually well overbook the girls. You know what I mean? If way back last year, if Myron was like, yo, I want 4 girls tonight at 5 girls, bro, I invite 10. And if girls don't flake, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I'd sit on the couch, or we'll reschedule for another one. But I always well overbook, and I tell you guys to do the same thing with dates, bro. I tell guys, I tell on all my consults and stuff, I say, don't get all happy that you made a date with a girl. This is a rule of thumb, and I used to say this to my cousin from years ago when we were young bucks. I used to always tell him, every time he'd be happy, like, yo, I met this girl and we're gonna go out. I said, bro, the moment you make a date with a girl, make a date with another one for that same time slot. Because if you're gonna shave, get dressed, put on cologne, or make time of your schedule, bro, you better have a backup. You better have a plan B, a plan C, and you should already have some stuff in the rotation that you can kind of hit up last minute. And another little piece of advice for the guys who do have something in rotation, for the guys that do got a player pimp bone in their body, if you got girls on deck, bro, and you have a date with a new girl, always reach out to the girls that are on deck a little bit ahead of time. And when I say reach out to, I'm not saying make plans with them, but kind of just hit them up hey, you, how you doing? And then don't respond for a while. Even if they text you right back, don't respond. So let's just walk through how this would go. John, random name. John has a date with a girl for Thursday night, 8 p.m. So what does John do? He reaches out to one of the girls that he has in rotation, and you text her sometime in the afternoon hey, good looking, or hey, sexy, hey, baby, and say she texts back in 5 minutes. You text back in 45 minutes. Trust me, guys. And then when she hits you back and says, hey, what's up? What's going on? Or how are you? Whatever, say, hey, man, nothing much, just a little busy, but I was thinking of you. All right? So you're planting a seed for later. You're not trying to have too much conversation. You're just basically reaching out to her saying, how are you? Just so if your date later on for some odd reason cancels or whatever like that, then you can kind of like reach out to that girl, and she won't be like, why are you just hitting me up random out the blue, right? So that's just a little something to kind of smooth it out, because you want to moderate your assholeness. You get what I'm saying? So there's like simping, and then there's like pimping. you want to be somewhere in the middle. You know, you don't want to be like some jerk that just hits a chick up out the blue when you want to smash, but you also don't want to be the dude that's like feeding her way too much attention, right, guys? So just try to stay somewhere in the middle. So if you're gonna make a date, try to have something in the backup, and if you're not trying to like waste the chick's time and make a hard plan with plan B, you know what I mean? Just kind of shoot her a little, hey, what's up, how you doing, text at least 3 or 4 hours, maybe even more, before you would need her to fill in should the initial girl flake on you, right? All right, so let's get back to this girl, because I know you guys want to hear what the hell she said about me, but she got triggered, right? The conversation, you know, went post-wall, it went strong, independent woman, but you're lonely and single, like it went all those places. I'm not going to give you too much from the interview, but let's just say she got pissed, she got triggered, but she made it an hour. She made it an hour, bro. So I'm still good at what I do, because she was triggered about 15 minutes in. She threatened to leave at least 2 times before leaving, but I got her to make it through an hour, bro. Come on, that's skill. Plus, I told you guys, over 200 fucking girls interviewed, and only 2 walkouts, bro. I'm doing good. I don't think anybody's fucking with that record. If someone in the manosphere is interviewing more girls than me and having fewer walkouts or complaints than me, and the conversation is hot and heavy, it's not no like pandering shit where you're playing softball with these broads. You know, come on guys, I don't play softball with these broads. I go pretty hard, right? I don't go as hard as some people, you know what I mean? I don't straight attack them, destroy them or whatever, but I go pretty hard, right? So anyway, Alex's crowd was pretty pissed about it, but needless to say, I was super disappointed with a bunch of the guys in his comments. Alex knows I'm really upset about it, bro. I don't bite my tongue for no one. I let chicks and guys know equally. Y'all already know in the comments. Anybody come in my comments saying something stupid, I'm gonna kick it. I don't care, bro. I don't care who says, oh, you're emotional. Bro, you're gauging my emotion through text, bro. I'm gonna let you guys know right now, I'm not emotional. I might be passionate, I'm not emotional. And just because I have little patience for grown-ass men that don't understand the G code, don't understand proper protocol, don't understand the brotherhood, don't understand bro over hoes, that doesn't make me emotional, dog. Y'all kill me with that. Oh, you're emotional. Nigga, please. You're not emotional. Bro, I can exercise the block button before I get emotional. But you know who did get emotional? This chick. So let me try to find some of her comments, because there was a lot going on in the comments, and I was like, I don't even know why. Okay, so yeah, so let's see what she had to say. Hi, I'm Sally, the girl pictured on the front page of this episode. Allende tricked me. I was downstairs in the lobby of Icon Brickell at 8 p.m. sharp. He got there and told me we would go upstairs when you were done interviewing someone else. Another lie. He was setting up. Why would I even lie about what he was doing when it's irrelevant? He wasn't ready for us yet. She says I said he was interviewing someone else. I absolutely did not say that. Allende doesn't need to lie for shit to anybody. But yeah, Alex was setting up. But I don't know if I should call out the lies now or wait till I finish reading the whole thing, but it's riddled full of straight fabrication. But yeah, she actually wasn't there at 8 p.m. sharp. She wasn't late though. She was like 8:07, you know, but she went out her way to say 8 p.m. sharp, and it wasn't 8 p.m. sharp. So what was the point of that? You get what I'm saying? It's like she put useful lies and useless lies. Okay. When you were done interviewing someone else. All right, that's 2 lies already. Let's keep count of the lies. Okay, so that's 2 lies. You weren't there at 8 p.m. on the dot, and I did not tell you he was interviewing someone else. When you were done interviewing someone else, in the meantime, while we waited for you, he said he would do his own interview on me. Listen, bro. I'm too old to be like caring about like casual hookups with chicks, but back when I did, there's no way in heck I have a problem with one of my boys smashing a chick that I smash. But here's the caveat though, you're not gonna smash her before me, bro. If I meet the girl and I holler at her, I smash first, and then when I'm done, you can do whatever the hell you want. You can hit her up the next day, the next week, the next hour, I don't care. So if you think I'm booking girls for someone else's podcast before I interview them, that's not gonna happen. Every girl I've sent to Playing with Fire or Duke and Dawn or whatever, I had a shot at him first. All right, so of course I'm gonna interview you first, stupid. So he turned on the camera and proceeded to bash me. She says that as if like, somehow I like snuck it or something. Do you know how long it takes for me to set up the tripod and the camera and the mic and do sound check? Damn, girls be lying, bro. Women be shopping, but they also be lying. God damn, bro. All right. So he set up the so he turned on the camera. Where am I, guys? Sorry, I keep losing my space because she wrote a lot. That's why I lost my spot. Okay, so he turned on the camera and proceeded to bash me. You guys are gonna see the interview. That's the point. I'm making you guys want to see this interview. So he proceeded to bash me as an independent woman. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. I thought independent woman was a good thing. So how did I bash you? I manipulated the conversation. Okay. Didn't talk about anything he said the podcast was about. I never told her what the podcast was about. I just said men and women and current relationships. That's so broad that you couldn't say I was lying. So again, I've already lost count with the lies. Okay. Now, he manipulated the conversation, didn't talk about anything he said the podcast was about, and told me we would eventually go upstairs. I previously ghosted him weeks ago when he wanted to hang out with me. And so this was probably a personal vendetta because of that. I can't wait for you guys to see this chick. I'm making you guys want to see this interview. So he proceeded to bash me as an independent woman. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. I thought independent woman was a good thing. So how did I bash you? I manipulated the conversation. Okay. Didn't talk about anything he said the podcast was about. I never told her what the podcast was about. I just said men and women and current relationships. That's so broad that you couldn't say I was lying. So again, I've already lost count with the lies. Okay. Now, he manipulated the conversation, didn't talk about anything he said the podcast was about, and told me we would eventually go upstairs. I previously ghosted him weeks ago when he wanted to hang out with me. And so this was probably a personal vendetta because of that. I can't wait for you guys to see this chick. Me, the amount of girls that I meet and I don't even like hang out with chicks. It's not because I obviously can't hang out with chicks, because I have no interest. Just give me the interview for my channel, for my subs, broads. That's all you broads can do for me, is give me content. I don't give a shit about hanging out with a broad. Who has time to hang out with a broad? The only time I have to hang out with a broad requires this motherfucking mic and this camera, dog. I'm about this podcast. I ain't about these broads. Okay. But just so you are aware, I arrived at 8 p.m. to be interviewed, and I was with him in the lobby of Icon. This bitch really thinks I like work for Alex or something. I thought it was all a part of the plan until an hour and went by him grilling me about being a feminist. I never called her a feminist. I never grilled her about feminism. This bitch is a creative one. And called me aggressive and didn't let me speak. I called her aggressive because she kept cutting me off. But you guys are going to see the video, though. That's the beauty of it. And you'll also be able to tell that there's no editing. I didn't edit anything. It's from beginning to end. I swear for God. All until I decided to walk out and told him he was not allowed to use the footage as it's not what I agreed to. Okay, this bitch made it through an hour interview and could have left at any time. So how did I force you, or how did I... And you know you guys are going to see that content. Give a fuck about a bitch's permission. You gave permission when I press record. I would have loved to been an actual guest on Playing with Fire. That's why I showed up tonight. Bitch, you showed up because I contacted you. Thought you should know how Allende is representing. Okay, Allende doesn't represent anybody but Allende. But I'm loving the lies. Let's get it. I'm about to start getting into the drama because that's what you guys like. That's why I'm doing this. Notice I've never marketed content like this ever before. But I thought about it. I said I could get upset that that these like simps and like fake ass red pill aware subscribers over there on Alex for Playing with Fire are like simping for this broad, which is what I'm about to get into next. Or I could just, you know what, let's make it fun and entertain my subs, because that's what I'm concerned with anyway. All right, because there's a lot of you knuckleheads over here that watch my content all the time, get all this free value, and then you jump in my comments saying dumbass shit. You see what I'm saying? So we're gonna weed all those type of guys out. You see what I mean? I don't really care that much about the subs. I'm pretty smart and pretty creative. I got some good guys I'm working with behind the scenes. So I'm gonna figure out how to monetize this channel in a way that I don't need to sit here and sub suck. All right? That's what those other guys are doing. That's what most guys are doing right now. They're sub sucking. They're sucking subs, all right? They're pandering to subs. Bro, if you ain't coming with the right energy, dude, block and delete. And not nothing to me, my youth. Man, I beg friend, you understand? And I'm not begging subs either. Okay, so here we go with the male responses over there. This shit is so pathetic what these guys were saying in Alex's comments. Haha, this is more interesting than the podcast was. Yeah, Allende is a bum. He will paint you a picture of a dog to make it up to you. So I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean, because I don't paint paintings to make it up to women. Women buy my paintings also. I'm trying to figure out how I'm a bum when people buy my paintings. I'm not sure how that makes you a bum when you literally can like make things and people buy them. Like, I don't need a boss. I don't need to work for a company. Like, I could just produce a product that's viable on the market. I'm not sure how that makes me a bum. In fact, my first dog portrait was sold to a millionaire that paid $1,000 for my first dog portrait. I don't know, man. The shit you see on the internet these days. And that was some lame ass dude named Sid. And somebody responded to Sid, I would love to be, oh no, Sally, the chick. So she says, I would love to be on Playing with Fire podcast to talk about how not to get ghosted by not being a literal psychopath and tricking a girl into meeting you. Okay, so she's really playing it up like I had to like trick her into meeting me. This is fucking Allende from Authentic Alphas. I don't need to trick chicks to meet me. Plus, when you see the chick, she's nothing to call home about. I love how she's trying to paint the picture that she's like rejecting me. This is wonderful how women try to play the like, you wasn't good enough for me card. Really? Mind you, I had no interest in her, no intentions of hooking up with her, hanging out with her, going out with her, anything like that. I just met her because she kept giving me the signals. I said, yo, what's up? I walked her to wherever her ride was picking her up. I exchanged information with her and was like, yo, we'll link up sometime. And I told her about the podcast and said I'd love to interview her. Then the time that we were supposed to link up, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just tell it to you now, guys. So what happened was the time that I was supposed to link up with her, right? Because I was busy the first day that she gave me, which was the very next day, right? And I was like, nah, I can't. What about the day after? And she said, all right, cool, whatever. So when that time came, I hit her up. And she responded earlier in the day, and then when it was getting closer to that time, I hit her up, and she didn't respond. Now, this is where it gets interesting. You guys remember when I interviewed that couple that had been on Fresh and Fit? It was like a girl, I think she was Persian or something like that, sorry if I can't remember, or Pakistani, and her boyfriend was Cuban. And the dude was a rapper. He had the dope-ass song, Up All Night or whatever. Everybody was feeling it. I got to look for that song. I got to put it back in some of my stuff, because everybody liked that song, including myself. So when I was done interviewing them, and they were like, oh, what you about to do? They were asking me, like, you know, if I was gonna hang out or something. I was like, actually, I gotta go. I'm supposed to be meeting up some other girl for an interview, but she's not answering. And I don't know how it was. Oh, I handed them the phone to put in the Instagram, and you know how Instagram shows you the last search or whatever? So when the girl went to search her name, she said, you know this girl, Sally? And I was like, actually, I don't know her. That's the girl I was supposed to be interviewing. She was like, oh, she's out on a date with one of my friends. I was like, really? I said, who? So she showed me the Instagram of the dude. It's some dude that was visiting from Jersey. He was literally in town just for a couple of days. So I said, interesting. All right, cool, right? So she said, yeah. I said, all right, you know, we're out of here or whatever. And I forgot, I think we stopped at Moxie's and like got a drink and something to eat real quick, because I was in no rush since she told me that. When she told me the girl's on a date, I said, oh, fuck it, then she's obviously busy, right? So as we're at Moxie's, the girl like texted her and was like, we just had sushi and it went well, so I'm going back home with him. So I'm like, oh, okay, so dude smashing on the first night. All he had to do was buy some sushi to get her sushi, right? So I had known that she went on some date with some dude, but it was neither here nor there, because, bro, I was never linking up with her to hang out. I was linking up with her to do this. put this fucking mic in her face and interview her fucking. Anyway, I can't wait till you guys see the interview. All right. So I didn't tell you the part though. So the next day she texts me and she says, hey, sorry I didn't get back to you last night. I had a family emergency. So that's when it got interesting, because I'm like, this lying ass bitch gonna tell me she had a family emergency when she went to go have sushi with a nigga and fucked a random dude from out of town. This is what I tell you guys, bro. When women cancel, they're late, or they're flake, or they ghost you, or whatever, bro, it's always a better option. Okay? And yes, a dude from Jersey, okay, that drives a Range Rover and is gonna take her out to dinner, okay, because she's nothing to call home about, like I told you, all right? So she gotta take what she can get, you feel me? So that was a better option from her. And I agree, mama. I agree. But quit with the lying. So real quick before I get out of here, guys, let me get into some more of the stuff the guys over on Alex's platform were saying. So another guy, Poon Professor, so you're supposed to be a professional when it comes to women, right? Well, let's see what he has to say, because he's over here simping. Believe all women, right? So he says, guess Allende is inauthentic, alfalfa, for shame. Not sure how that sentence is supposed to flow, but all of a sudden, I'm inauthentic. Over 240 videos published on YouTube. Question and reputation, unquestionable. Nobody's been able to catch me in no fucking lies, no faking, no pretending, no scamming, none of this. And I interview chicks on the regular. In fact, I'm still looking for someone in the manosphere that has interviewed more girls than me besides Fresh and Fit, and we all know where they were getting the girls from, and they're getting stagnant with their chick supply. They're over here repeating girls over and over again. Frickin' Nina Pineapple's been on there so many damn times. Jesus Christ. And most of the girls that have been repeating on there, I ran into them. They tell me they don't even want to go anymore. But according to this dude, Allende is inauthentic because, you know, Sally said so. Wow, that's horrible. Way to defend yourself online. Way to validate random chicks. These guys are, whew. Hey, I PM'd you on IG. Oh, I guess he's trying to say DM'd you, but it says PM, so I guess it's spell check. I DM'd you on IG. I'm the co-host of PWF. Okay, so I guess this is Alex's co-host now. Allende is horrible. Zero social awareness and full on in love with hearing himself talk, definitely on the spectrum. I hope you're okay. I'm not sure what that insult is supposed to mean, but I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing with this microphone. I guess I'm supposed to just be silent with the microphone. I'm not supposed to talk, and I'm horrible. Okay, guys, let you guys get in the comments and let me know if I'm horrible. Oh, and I have zero social awareness. The guy giving all this free social game, the guy that can interview strangers at a whim, the guy that can get random women to stop what they're doing and give him interviews that run 30, 40, 50, an hour in length. Cute girls, you know, cute girls. The type of girls that guys can't get to stop for 5 minutes. I get them to stop for an hour, but me, zero social awareness. Me, social awareness? None whatsoever. No, I don't know how to network with people. Get out of here. Get out of here. The guy that was going to bring Mike Tyson on Fresh and Fit. Me? Network? It's fucking unbelievable, the shit these guys say, bro. You know what these guys remind me of? And when I say this, people act like I'm just like saying something to hurt somebody's feelings. No, when I say this, I'm being very, very serious. These guys remind me of the comments that women would make. Women just make verbal attacks to try to hurt your feelings that are based on nothing. All right. Poon Professor got a laugh. Ha ha, alfalfa. So I guess that's supposed to be some new creative joke. I'm alfalfa. Inauthentic alpha is abbreviated as alfalfa now. I guess that's my derogatory nickname. Cool. Playing with fire needs to vet properly. Oddly enough, I got the interview though, and it's very interesting. Can't wait for you guys to see it. Also, still associating with grift, Kevin Ray. So you guys got to teach me what that means, because I see this word. I'm assuming it's an insult because it's used derogatory. Grift. I'm not sure what that means. Somebody jump in the comments and tell me what that means. That's new age lingo. I'm kind of old school. So I guess Kevin Ray is a grift now. I don't know. Are they talking about Kevin Ray Wilder? I kind of like that guy. I'm actually going to do something with Kevin soon. Kevin, what's up, bro? Holla at me. Let's do something. I want to debate you. It's unnecessary and makes them look bad. I'm not sure what his comment is supposed to mean. I guess Alex asking me to send some girls over makes them look bad. Real quick, let's just comment on that, because I love how these guys are trying to come down on me like I'm some type of unreliable loser. All right, so out of all the times that Alex has asked me to like send girls or bring girls, it hasn't been a problem. I've sent several girls over to Alex to bring on Playing with Fire, and I've been on there like 3 different times with girls. So I guess every time has to go perfect, you know? I guess when girls flake, it's a guy's fault. I guess when girls get triggered by the truth, it's a guy's fault. You see the pattern of this right here? These are supposed to be red pill guys, but they fall into the same ideology as mainstream, as the blue pill, which is that it's always somehow the guy's fault. Got some real interesting characters over there, Alex. Okay, interesting. I've heard similar approaches he's done with women. Really? You're hearing? Who the fuck do you hear these approaches from? The girls I approach don't know none of you motherfuckers. They don't know anything about YouTube. You know what? Sidebar, a little disrespectful to Alex's show. Oh, so now I'm disrespectful because a random broad got triggered and left early. Again, see how it's always the guy's fault? Wow. Okay. If plans was made, why derail them? Oh, so I derailed the plans when I always interview the girls before I bring them on Alex's podcast. I even interviewed his girlfriend, Natty. But I'm derailing now because a chick got triggered. I'm sorry. I thought we dealt with the truth over here. And, you know, women can't, like, handle that. I'm sorry, guys. I think my walkout rate and my get triggered and leave rate is extremely low for the type of content that we deal with over here. I'm just saying, these guys really are fucking stupid because they're acting like they're not familiar with the conversations we have in the manosphere. You made shooting me a DM? Oh, okay. So I'm not sure who this is. Dangerously active. You mind shooting me a DM? I've tried reaching to Alex via... Okay, so this is for Natty. Somebody's messaging Natty. Okay. Sid, yeah, and then show up at your door for a fight. Alex will probably be next. Okay, I guess he's trying to reference me going to Myron's crib to fight him. So this whole comment is out of context. I'm not the one that has a problem with Alex. Alex is the one who has to explain to these guys why the girls didn't show up. So why would I want to fight Alex? This is fucking retarded, okay? And I had plenty of reasons to fight Myron. You motherfuckers just don't know them all. God damn, these guys are fucking stupid. And this is the men that are out here today. That's why I'm so irritated by this, bro. Because these are the same men that I'm supposed to be trying to help. So I gotta like rethink this shit, because you got some really hopeless motherfuckers nowadays. All right, so this guy's begging for the girl's IG, and all right, the rest of the messages are for Alex's girl, so I don't know what that's about. These guys are on Alex's platform to like message his girl, so I don't know what's going on with that. It has nothing to do with me. But anyway, guys, so tomorrow evening I'm gonna go ahead and finally post this interview with this girl. It's already been uploaded or whatever. It's just on unlisted. I uploaded it like the same night. The name of the video would be Triggered Modern Independent Women. Time is running out, because that was the interview was really about, was the fact that this bitch is hitting the wall and she doesn't like it. She's triggered about it, and hey, it is what it is. Hope you guys enjoy that video when it drops. Check it out. I'm thinking, well, tomorrow's Friday, so I'll drop it kind of early because I'm assuming some of you guys have dates tomorrow night. That's what I'd like to hear. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to hear that, right? Get out there, guys. Make some new friends. Holla at some chicks. If you don't got a date this weekend, make sure you got one next weekend. It's all up to you, man. Okay? Let's get some results out here. Keep it authentic. Also, you already know the deal with the special requests. I'm actually about to record a special request right now. I'm going to record a special request right now. So if you guys have any, jump in the email. I've been getting a lot of those, but I take it seriously, guys. I give it a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of thought, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of how many come in, I give each one its time respectively, because you guys deserve that, all right? So I'm here to deliver for you. My consults are getting great results. These guys are satisfied with the special request video, so I'm really happy about that. And we're gonna weed out the guys that are just here to bitch, whine, and complain and look for something negative to complain about, like a fucking Karen. I don't know what to start calling. Like, what's the male Karen? You guys give me some suggestions on what I should be calling the male Karens. But god damn, manhood needs help, man. Shit, I'm out of here. Peace.